calling all lovers of mystery and fans of a good story. If you haven't already heard me talk about June's Journey, you're in for a treat. It's time to don your detective hat in this free hidden object mobile game that delves into the captivating journey of June Parker, a self-proclaimed detective on a quest to unravel the mystery surrounding her sister's untimely death. In June's Journey, you get to play as June, deciphering clues and unveiling secret plots within thousands of beautifully illustrated scenes. And did I mention it's set in the glitzy 1920s? New chapters are added weekly, so you will never run out of new thrills to uncover, and you can also personalize and decorate your very own Orchid Island where the story takes place. How sharp are your detective skills? Find out when you download June's Journey on your Android or iOS device, or play online via Facebook Games. Your detective journey awaits.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
If you're a fan of wrestling, of the sport, you'll likely know ECCW, Elite Canadian Championship Wrestling. They promoted their first show back in May of 1996, almost 25 years ago. Now, they're Canada's largest wrestling promotion. Watch the documentary This Wrestling Life, and you'll get up to speed about ECCW. And when their owner and all-around badass, Scotty Mack, who is one of their most decorated wrestlers, he was a guest, we talked about binge-watching Lunatics, how he once auditioned to be on Big Brother Canada. He talked about seeing No Doubt and Weezer together as his first concert. He shared his thoughts on legalized marijuana and told a story about being in a tag team wrestling match with Brutus the Barber Beefcake, taking on the WWE's Singh Brothers. He talked about BoJack Horseman, microdosing, Hulk Hogan, and stop me if you've heard this before, Scotty Mack talked about aliens visiting Earth and who built the Egyptian pyramids.
I think that it's hard to believe that in the universe as big as this is, that there isn't something else that we can call life out there.
Gotta be something.
Yeah. But whether they're like, got some big oval head and giant eyes and are green from, like...
Right, maybe they look like us.
Yeah, or maybe they're like some big mass, like what was the Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something, was like a big blob, or like maybe it's some...
Maybe it's just a vapor.
Yeah, maybe it's a...
Whatever. It doesn't have to be human form.
Exactly. And so they're like... And maybe it's so sophisticated that it's dealing with things that we couldn't even comprehend.
Right.
Right. I don't...
Probably bang on.
Yeah, but like... And then you never know, like when there's those shows like about the pyramids and stuff where like they've like measured it and like everything is like...
To exact degrees and...
Yeah, like where like lasers, like exact degrees where it just... They had nothing at that time that could have measured things and made things to that accuracy. That makes you think...
Let alone the weight of each stone.
Yeah.
To build and,
So what was happening at that point that allowed them to do these things? So there's got to be things that are happening or were happening that we'll never know about.
Right.
Subscribe on iTunes at Toddcast Podcast.
Talmor, Sheshin Murachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, it's Rachel Ballinger, and I am extremely excited to invite you to Rachel Uncensored. It's my podcast where I sit down and get real with my friends and celebrity guests, where we talk about all sorts of topics. And sometimes we might be under the influence when we do so. We cover things from personal stories to hot button issues. And it's the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. It's a side of me that you might not have seen before because it's not the most family or brand friendly. But don't worry, I'm still sort of slightly a decent human being. If you're intrigued, then make sure you check it out. New episodes drop every Wednesday. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the fun and candid conversations we have here on Rachel Uncensored.